Greetings and salutations. I am Relaxed Gamer and I am pleased to bring you this episode of Mod Spotlights. What are we going to spotlight today? Well, since the last Mod Spotlight was kind of a test, we're not going to go that in depth into things. Instead, today we're going to work on a viewer suggestion of doing a Mod Spotlight for CMDBob's weapons. Which, they're pretty good. I use better weapons, but they're not bad, so I figured, hey, why not? Let's give it a try. So, how are we doing this? Well, I have some blocks over here. Actually, I think I gotta put down another seat here. Oh no. No. Don't do that. I'll just plop that there. That's fine. Okay, that's good. Except that I haven't set this up. Okay, stand by. This is real life, live motion. Yeah. What weapons do I have up here? We have this one. We have, that's a large ship cannon, light cannon. Dual light. We have the autocannon CIWS turret. And for some odd reason we have two of these plasma cannon turrets. Oh, one might be an on-off. No? Okay. So what do we have here? Let's bring out a wall welder. Character tools. Thank you. Doesn't matter which welder we got. Okay, so we got the light cannon turret. It's not bad. This is, some of these blocks will work on small ships. But I am only putting them on, well, a large ship platform. We got a dual light cannon turret, CIWS turret, 60 mil plasma, 60 mil. Okay, so I got two of these by accident. Okay, that's fine. We don't need two of those. Yep, as I figured, it was a one which I wasn't using that I was going to take off. Of course. So as for the small ship variants, let's see what we can do here. I tried to get this prepared beforehand, but well, yeah. I hate landing gear. I hate it and I love it at the same time. So yeah. So we're doing this live. Live 5x5. Okay, so I got these. Why are my? So that's large. Will not work on small. Okay, this will work on small. This works on small. I'm assuming both of these. Yeah, that works on small. Okay, so we gotta extend this platform just a little bit. Now these are all ammo-based weapons. There is no power grid-based weapons on in this pack. Really? Doing it live. Okay. So we have that. Autocannon CIWS. And for some odd reason, these work on here too. So I am fine with that. remember, I've only done one mod spotlight before, and it was nowhere near like this. It was basically just, oh, let's load up a ship and toss a few things on it. Nope. This time I actually built stuff, unfortunately. I didn't build enough stuff. Okay. There we go. So, we have the 60mm plasma turret. I should probably keep this out. 60mm plasma cannon turret. This requires ammo. It's got a conveyor port on the bottom, as do all of these. We have the CIWS turret, which uses autocannon ammo. The dual light cannon turret, and the light cannon turret. Both of these use ammo, connectors on the bottom, etc. So in addition, we have the heavy cannon tank destroyer mount, which is a fixed... is it fixed? No, it's a gimbal. Let's toss a cockpit on here. Because I am totally prepared. I'm mostly prepared. So the gimbal mounted turret, this one. I need battery. I need a power. None of these use a lot of power. So I'm just going to toss, I guess I wrote these on just for the hell of it. There we go. So we got a gimbal mount, which has, I think, about a 45, maybe 35-degree angle. Now, one thing about CMDBob's weapons is, once I fire this, it might do something strange to the screen. Let me check this out here. Yeah, see that gray that's going on there? I'm not sure what is causing that, but it happens on most of these weapons. So, yeah. So over here, we have the same weapon, but this is a large ship version. I just put a cargo container there for the sake of it. So with this one, it's got a greater angle, a little better angle than the small ship version. But again, it does that weird thing with the screen. I don't understand it. It could be just a thing to do with the mod. It's maybe not fully compatible with Space Engineers recent. But that happens on most of these weapons, so I am not quite sure what to do about that. Now here, this is a powerful weapon from what I understand. It is a torpedo launcher. It uses a specific torpedo round, and I really... Come on. Control. Thank you. We're just gonna do some quick target testing. We're doing construction in our basement, and my cat likes to go into that area and actually meow, because he can hear his voice quite well indeed. So for sake, well, not safety's sake, but for general ease ability, I'm just going to do this. So let us test some of these guns out. So this is our cannon turret, or cannon destroyer. Tank destroyer? Tank destroyer. I usually have a camera mod on that actually tells me what camera it's viewing out of. And let's see what it does against light armor. It doesn't do bad. It doesn't get through light armor. It definitely deforms it. Like what? What are we looking at? Yeah, about 73%. So one shot takes us down to about 73%. So we are just going to... Well, I'd like to reset this, but we'll just do it the old school way. Old-fashioned way, whatever. This side I don't really care about. I'm curious what the torpedo's going to do to this thing. I should just copy paste this. I'll take a copy of it once it's fully fixed. It has a large radius, so it's pretty good against softer targets. It could probably take out a small ship pretty easy. Okay, so let's copy that. And we'll just put it over here somewhere. Yep, sounds good. So here is a torpedo. Torpedo launcher? No. It is... Okay, it is a torpedo launcher. I thought it had some weird fancy name. So we are going to just fire a torpedo. It only fires one torpedo. They don't fire quickly. It's a fixed mount weapon, so it only fires forward. There is a connection point on the top and the back, and I think at the bottom. Yeah, top, bottom, and middle for a connection point. Though I think this one isn't actually a connection point. I think that is an actual manual access point. Here, let's toss a that's not gonna do anything. Okay, let's toss a torpedo in here. Shift F10. Torpedo, 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 torpedo. I'll just put 10 torpedoes in here. See if we can move it between the cargo container and the torpedo launcher. So torpedo, and where is my... Ignore those cargo containers because they are not connected. That's 100 torpedoes. Here we are, 10. Okay, so you cannot pipe it from the back. Has to be piped from the top or the bottom, or side to side, however you have that set up. So I thought that would work that way, but I was completely wrong. It's okay. So let's see what type of damage this thing does. I'm assuming it's gonna blow a huge hole in this small armor. I have not actually tested this yet, and I don't really build ships with this item, so let's just fire away. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. That's some significant damage. Some significant damage indeed. Granted, this is small armor, small blocks. So what if we do the same thing with, say, heavy armor blocks? I'm pretty sure we'll have a completely different... So let's Control X this, get rid of that. And let's... Let's build a wall, shall we? And just so we have multiple points of contact, let's build the bottom of that wall. Perfect. And take a copy. And put it over here. Perfect. Okay, so let's try this again with the heavy armor and see what type of damage it does. Okay. kind of what I suspected, but it still did a lot of damage to heavy armor. What's a back look? It deformed the back as well. What are we looking at? About 90%. Wonder if another shot will actually go through it. Takes a while to reload. So 90% first hit. Yeah, about 8 to 10% per hit. So that's kinda okay. Suspected as much. And let's get this back into position. I'm not doing any scientific work on this. I'm just shooting things. So, yeah. So, over here, we have the large ship cannon turret and its bigger large ship cannon turret. So, this is a dual, and this is a single. I have them set up on the bar. I can control it. It's got a 90-degree arc on it. So, like most capital ship weapons. And let's take a shot. Okay. So a single dual does a bit of damage. Brings it down to 72%. So if I hit it one more time, it would probably destroy this. Put a hole in the wall. So that's not too bad. So let's check this one. Again, it's a 90-degree arc. By about 15 to 20 degrees up. And 2 to 5 degree down bubble. So yeah. So boom, boom. So it's basically this thing, but two of them. And it did not get through light armor. Okay. Acceptable, I guess. These are the dual large ship cannons. Most of these weapons are colorable. So you can fit them in with your ship motif. I think all of them are colorable. And when you actually color them, there's a bit of definition. So it's not too bad. But it's still dual tone, which it's fine. If you like that stuff, go for it. Now let's get rid of this thing. And put in another one of these. My cat's come to say hi, so... Yep. Okay, that's affixed to the ground. Perfect. So, over here, we have the 60mm plasma cannon turret. It's a fairly rapid fire weapon. A autocannon CIWS turret. All of these use specific ammo types. So keep that in mind when you actually build these weapons, that you need to have those specific ammo types. If you have a hard time finding those ammo types, there's a mod, I think it's called Ammo... I don't remember. I'll have to check it. And I'll think about posting it into my into the description of the video below. So 60mm plasma turret. It has a small ship variant. Actually has a dual on the small ship too, which is pretty cool. Wait a minute. So is that what I'm missing here? Yes. Okay. Perfect. So let's just get that onto the bar. Dual plasma control. So this is the light cannon turret. So general cannon turret, single barrel. Doesn't do a heck of a lot of damage. Let's see what its rapid fire capability is. Not really that fast. It's doing that weird gray screen flash. All these weapons are doing that, so that's just odd. Even when you're not in the controlling, even when you're not controlling it. So let's take, for instance, where are you? Light cannon turret. So we'll just do that as a shoot on. Oh well, it doesn't flash when you're not looking through the camera. So that might be a bullet flash or something like that. Like a muzzle flash, rather. So it's usable if you don't want to actually control it yourself. Let's see here. So these have to go away. These flight seats can go away. These cargo containers can go away. Let's just clear that up a bit. Okay. So, the light cannon turret has a maximum range of 1,250 meters, which isn't too bad because most vanilla weapons only reach up to about 900, 800, 900, somewhere around there. The dual light cannon turret also does 1250. These are all AI controllable. They're controllable by you or your buddies as well. Dual large ship cannon turret. That is the artillery piece. Well, sort of artillery. That has a 1,750 meter range. So that's good for longer range. It's more range. It's about double the range than your typical weapons. Torpedo launcher has a range of unknown. It just shoots and hits stuff, maybe. Plasma turret, 1,500 meters. Not bad. Autocannon, 1,000 meters. That's better than the vanilla weapons. Large ship torpedo launcher we don't know about. Large heavy cannon. Oh, this is the tank destroyer. This has a range of about 1,750. So these weapons are better ranging than vanilla weapons. And they're fairly on par with vanilla weapon damage. If I were to throw down, say, a missile turret, okay? Just a vanilla missile turret. Where are you? Here we go. Let's just put it right about here. And let's do a control. And shoot. So, it doesn't go through the armor. In fact, it does about the same amount of damage as those other weapons. So that's not too bad. 72%, it's not bad. As to these, they're light ship counterparts. So we're at about 80% on hit for the light cannon turret. And let's get this out of here again. It's fine. So let's get into the meat of things here. So the dual light cannon turret, it's got a decent fire rate. Okay. It's going to do about the same amount of damage as this one, but it's dual. Then we got the CIWS. That gray box is horrible. That's definitely a muzzle flash, so it looks like there's a texture missing. So it's a constant firing weapon. I don't even think you can hit reload on it. It just keeps on firing. Basically like the Gatling turret, vanilla Gatling turret. But it's got about a 200 meter range on it. About 200 meter advantage on it. And it does similar damage to light armor as a Gatling cannon does. Now this is against large ship armor. So yeah. Next we have, what was this called? These are the 60 mil plasmas. Okay. They're pretty powerful. That was one shot. These are probably the weapons that you want to go for defending your base, if this is the only weapon mod you grab. The problem with these weapons, from what I recall, in my actual play, which will be linked in below, is that they tend to break more things on your base than a regular turret. So be careful about that. Make sure it has a very clear line of sight. Like, super clear. Gotcha. Because I think these plasma turrets have caused more damage to my base in my actual play than the enemy has. Before I had my shields actually up. Which is another mod, but anyway. So that was a single plasma, and the dual plasma is basically the same, just faster firing rate. Over here, there's a tank destroyer, and that's definitely a muzzle flash. Next, we'll put on the CIWS turret. Control. So basically the same thing as vanilla Gatling gun. I don't think it has the same range. Let me look. No, it's still got 1,000 meters. The plasma turret, 1,500 meters. So, what is going on here? Oh, whoops. That can go away. That can go away. I don't need to see these small batteries. Thank you. I know, scientific, right? CIWS, so the 60 millimeter plasma. There's a dual version and a single version, which is... Oh, maybe the... No, yeah, there's a single version. Dual light cannon turret. We already know that, and this is the regular light cannon turret. So this is the 60 millimeter plasma. It's got the same issue with the mod where it's flickering the screen. It's probably supposed to be a muzzle flash animation, but that got broken somehow down the line. It happens. It's keen. We have the single, so slower firing rate. Yeah, muzzle flash. And this will do about the same amount of damage as the large ship version. So if you want some decent armaments for your small ship, this is a good way to go. And the light cannon. Light, yeah. Okay, so that's these turreted weapons. These both large ship and small ship turreted weapons. Now we have the fun things. These are the small ship specific weapons. Okay. Of course, I haven't put them on my bar because I'm horrible in that way. No, I don't want to do that. Shoot, I want to... Okay, shoot on and off. Fine. 40 mil plasma. Control. 60 mil plasma. Shoot on off. Anaconda heavy rocket. Shoot once. Shoot once. And shoot once. Okay. Autocannon, fixed weapon, shoot once. Actually, we'll do that as shoot on off. Actually, we'll do these all shoot on off to see what the... Because those are fixed weapons. This is a turreted weapon. Autocannon chin turret. That's a controllable weapon. Cobra rocket pod. Shoot on off. We'll go through the weapons and then I will go through the decoy launchers. Well, there are a lot of weapons in here. Okay. Next page. Light cannon. Control. Light cannon 2. Shoot on off. Small Gatling. Control. Small heavy cannon. Shoot on off. Small torpedo launcher. Shoot on off. And Viper rocket pod 2. This is a larger version of it. Okay, so let's just take a look at these things first off. These are the decoy launchers here. So they are good. They use ammo as well. They have a... where is the decoy launcher? So if I zoom in here, they have a conveyor port on the bottom, as do these ones. They're colorable. And they're supposed to launch flares to counter... I'm not sure what they're supposed to counter. I think they're just supposed to launch flares to protect the ship in not getting hit by things. But I have yet to actually test those properly. We're looking here. This is the small torpedo launcher. There's a lot of stuff in this pack. This uses the standard torpedoes. These are the Anaconda heavy rockets. Rocket pods. So this has, what are we looking at? I don't know, some amount. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... 18 rockets, I think. This one has 7 rockets. They're Cobra rockets. The 40 mil plasma cannon turret. Oh no, this is the small Gatling turret. The 40 mil plasma cannon turret. The autocannon chin turret. Fixed weapon. Autocannon chin turret. Oh wait, autocannon. Autocannon chin turret is a turret weapon. Small heavy cannon. Now this thing is interesting because in order to feed ammo into this, you need to have it attached to a large conveyor port. There's no other way to feed ammo to this unless you manually feed it in through this large conveyor port. So keep that in mind if you're going to make any ships with this type of weapon. It's a fixed weapon. I'm going to see what it does to that light armor soon. We have the light cannon tank destroyer mount, which is a gimbal. Looks like about 15 to 20 degrees. Light cannon fixed mount. 60 mil plasma fixed mount. 25 mil plasma fixed mount. And a 40 mil plasma fixed mount. So, now that we've gone through that, let's go play with some guns here. So, we have... That is a plasma gun. This is large ship armor. And that plasma gun just tore a hole through it almost instantly. So this is still the best way to go for turret-mounted weapons. It uses a small area. The ammo only requires, I believe, nickel and... I believe just common materials. Nickel, silicon... In fact, I am not 100% certain. The ammo can also only be made in a regular assembler. And I'll put both of them down so you can take a look at it. So, we've got the assembler here. So, basic assembler. Now, you can filter things, and the plasma... Here we are. Plasma cannon cells. They come in 3 sizes. 60, 40, and 25. Then you have this for the portable one, which I will show you in a bit. Wow, this video is getting long. I am amazed. But it's a big pack, so hopefully you like this. Now the basic assembler. Let's go into here. So it can't make any of those ammos. You have to have a large assembler in order to make use of those ammos. So keep that in mind if you're working progressive or whatever, right? So let's do some more damage here. So this is also the plasma turret, and I will shoot there, and look at that. Right through again. So these plasma turrets are probably more powerful than they should be. But they're definitely a good start. Come on, get... Oh, I don't have that mod on. Okay. Now, what was it going to show you? Okay, so first off, those plasma cannons. Now, they may seem like they are beasts, but the 40 mil... So look at this. They only use iron and silicon. Just iron and silicon. You can get that from just drilling stone and processing it in a basic assembler or a basic refinery. Some of these other items take a little more. That was... What was that? I just blew another hole in my thing. Okay, so we got 40, 40, and a 60. The 60 is a fixed mount weapon. That is also a plasma gun. Right here, the Anaconda rockets. Okay. See, even those Anaconda rockets, it's better to actually go with the plasma cannon. As crazy as it sounds. 5. Does barely anything to that armor. 6 control. We'll just shoot over in this direction. Again, barely anything. Don't even bother building these things. Make sure you point these in the right direction. As you may have seen right there, that was these ones. So this direction is correct. This direction is not correct. So make sure you put it in this direction. Sadly, there's no actual warning label or arrow saying point weapon in this direction. But just remember, if you can see the tail fins, that's the right direction. Unless you're in front of it, then that's the wrong direction. Anyway, let's try that again, shall we? That is this one. Shoot once. So, fire. Barely does anything. Cool, huh? About the same there, though it does go through the armor. Just takes a few items. This is the tank destroyer gimbal mount. So it's got about a 15 to 20 degree arc, I'm thinking. I'm not 100% certain. Then you got the fixed. Again, barely any damage. Those plasma guns are still better at this than these other weapons. So just keep that in mind. I am going to grab a copy. And place it right about here-ish, maybe, kind of, sort of, possibly. Is that in the ground? No, no it's not. And get rid of that one. That took a lot longer than intended, and... Huh. Okay. That's fine. Fine with that. The big gun. The sniper gun. The one that requires the large conveyor ports on your small ship. Check it out. Looks deadly. Not a scratch. Not a scratch. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. Light armor can defeat that weapon. So don't bother with it. It looks nice. It looks cool. But it's useless. Torpedo. Yep. That's a nice hole. So just to keep in mind that this torpedo, right? This is a single shot item. You cannot reload it automatically. You have to reload it by hand, which is fine. So let's see what a torpedo costs. Now, I believe it's a small torpedo. And it costs a lot of stuff. Look at that. Iron, nickel, silicon, uranium, platinum, and magnesium. Great for mid-game once you get to space and find platinum. But go for your plasma guns to start. Next we have... Oh, I think we already tried that. This also has to be manually loaded. And it only has about 18 shots, I think we counted. Looks pretty cool. Kind of useless, but it looks pretty cool. So yeah, what else? I think that's it. This video has gone on longer than I figured it would, but there's a lot in this pack. It's a free mod off the workshop. It's called CMDBob's weapons. Let me double check that. Okay. Let's alt tab for a moment. I believe it's CMDBob. Let me just double check here. Browse the workshop. And there is also a sound fix for this pack. So make sure if you do pick up the CMD Bob pack. Block, please. CMDBob's weapons. Like I said, there is a CMDBob's weapons sound fix. Pick that up as well. There's several rebalances up there. Oh, no, go here. And just check it out. So CMDBob's weapon pack, or CMDBob's weapons, and the CMDBob's weapons fix. Now, I'm not sure if the weapons fix, sound fix, is actually necessary these days. I tend to install it just in case. It might be wise to install it, or try it without it at first. Like I said, I haven't used it without it, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this mod spotlight. I'll drop links down in the comments below, not the comments, the description below for this. On the screen, you should probably be seeing a screen. Well, I'm going to put my merch up there in post, just so you can take a look at it. If you like this, support me. Yeah. Anyway, I have been Relax Gamer, and ciao for now. See ya.